It's been a drizzly, dreary weekend so far. Can we expect any rays of sunshine in the near future?
Maybe a few out there.
It's
going to be a little bit better today, but we are going to have to be dealing with the wind. Let's take a live look outside this morning, and you can see the wind already having an impact. That camera bouncing around out there. We had a cold front, weak cold front, but a front rolling through overnight, and that's pushing a lot of the moisture down to our south. Now we looked at the pictures on how Port Aransas is recovering. Well, this is Mexico Beach in Florida, where a week and a half ago, of course, Hurricane Michael came in. Some of the 1,200 residents of that town are starting to trickle back in, only to find that about 95% of the town was actually destroyed. Statewide, more than 100,000 customers are still without power, and the majority of areas right there along the Panhandle. Fortunately, people are coming together. They're bringing food, they're bringing diapers, they're bringing everything the folks need there, so people are definitely responding. Right now we're at 65 degrees with the cloudy skies. Winds are out of the northeast at 14 miles per hour. 65 in Rockport, 63 in Beeville, 63 in Alice. Kingsville has a current temperature of 65. Visibility is pretty good in most locations, down to about 5 miles in Hebronville. You can see that north wind, breezy right along the coast, blowing at 20 miles per hour. Naval Air Station, Port A, about 22 miles per hour. As we move into the afternoon, that's going to stick with us, and that's why we have that small craft advisory in effect. They'll start to taper off in the overnight hours, and we are seeing a little bit of that clearing, so that's what I'm saying. Could see a little bit of mixture of sunshine and clouds. Most of the shower activity that was up here yesterday dropping down to the south. Also some showers right along the Mexico border, but that high pressure is coming in. That's why it's going to be a bit drier today for one day, and that means most people are going to remain dry. We can't rule out some patchy drizzle or an isolated shower, but most of us are going to see a pretty nice Sunday. But then that moisture starts to come on back as we head into Monday, and it looks like it's going to be a very wet work week here in the coastal bend. We have moisture coming in off the Gulf. Then we're going to be watching some moisture coming in from the Mexico area. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but most areas will again remain dry today. Start to see a little bit of that shower activity as we head into Monday and Tuesday. Some areas about another half to an inch and a half of rain. Mostly clear skies across much of the Central Plains into the west. A little bit of rain across parts of southern Nevada. We had snow that came down across the mountain areas of Pennsylvania, upstate New York. That's where that coldest air is definitely centered right here. Looking at 29 degrees in Chicago. St. Louis is at 32. 35 in Nashville, so this is where the coolest air is. Well, most of the west is rather mild. Here's a look at the tropics. We do have two storms that we are watching. This is Hurricane Willia. It upgraded to a hurricane overnight, and that's right along the west coast of Mexico. Behind that, we have Vicente, and the reason we're talking about these storms is it looks like this will strengthen to a Category 4, hopefully drop down to about a Category 2 as it moves inland just north of Puerto Vallarta, but this has the potential to bring a lot of that wet weather to us. Here's a look at our forecast for today. Mostly cloudy and breezy, a high temperature only 71 degrees, winds out of the northeast 15 to 20 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies, chance of showers, overnight low of 65 degrees. Your 7-day forecast brought to you by NEC Co-op Energy. So cloudy, breezy today, then it's going to be cold and damp with scattered showers. Highs only in the mid-60s Monday and Tuesday. Looks like we'll finally start to dry out as we get closer to next weekend. We're going to have more news coming up. Stay with us.